Hello, my friend. There are a couple brand new 5G rugged phones with both thermal imaging and night vision that are completely raising the bar with some truly insane specs. The first one is the Conquest S23, and the second one is from AGM, and it actually comes in three different models. We've got the AGM G2, the G2 Pro, and the G2 Guardian. Now, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about these phones right now in this video, starting with the Conquest S23. Now, make sure you do stick around because while the Conquest S23 does have some amazing specs, the AGM G2 Guardian has got something that no other rugged phone with thermal imaging has, and you definitely are going to want to see this. And at the end of the video, I'll help you decide which phone would be the best for you. So let's talk about the Conquest S23. The new flagship Conquest S23 has got a 10,000 mAh battery with 66 watt fast charging and reverse charging. It's got 12 gigabytes of RAM on board plus 5 gigabytes virtual RAM. The Conquest S23 has 256 gigabytes of internal storage that is expandable up to 2 terabytes. And the Conquest S23 runs on the high-performing Dimensity 900 chipset, and it's got a 108 megapixel main rear camera that can shoot 4K video, plus it's got the thermal imaging camera and a 20 megapixel night vision camera. It's got a nice 120Hz 6.58 inch display running at 2K 1080 by 2408 resolution. And the Conquest S23 even has a 4 watt 120 decibel speaker. It is rated military standard 810H and also IP68, IP69K waterproof and dustproof. The Conquest S23 also has got a 6-pin extension port, so you can connect things to it like an endoscope and AR glasses, and you can add a DMR walkie-talkie to it if you want to. And it even comes with a 12-month warranty. But here is where things get a little dicey, because all this awesome technology comes at a price, and that price is $1,878. But right now you can get it as low as $939 on AliExpress. Now you can check the links in the description below if you want to give that a look or purchase one. And I also do want to mention that when you go to order this phone on AliExpress, you're going to want to make sure to select thermal imaging, or you will be ordering just the standard version that does not have thermal imaging and just comes with night vision. Hey, please leave a like if you are enjoying this video, and make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel so you do not miss more great rugged smartphone videos just like this that you are not going to see anywhere else. Much love, I highly appreciate you. And now let's talk about the AGM G2, G2 Pro, and G2 Guardian. The main selling points here are it's got a very high performing chipset and it's got a long range thermal imaging lens. So the chipset is the Qualcomm QCM6490 with a maximum clock frequency of 2.7 gigahertz, which AGM says outperforms both the Dimensity 1100 and the Snapdragon 765. And then it's also got a 10mm thermal imaging lens with a super long distance 500-meter detection range. Now, most regular thermal cameras can detect up to about 20 meters max. Now, the QCM6490 chipset definitely is high performing, but it looks like it is not going to be better than the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1 in Lenovo's ThinkPhone. But that still makes it the second best chipset in any rugged phone at the time of this video. And while the long-range lens can detect a 6-foot object up to 500 meters away, it looks like you still need to be between 2 meters and 8 meters from the object if you're looking to get an accurate temperature reading. But not all models come with the long-distance thermal camera. Only the G2 Guardian has the super long-range thermal camera. The G2 Pro has a regular thermal camera, and the G2 doesn't have a thermal camera at all, but they all do have 20 megapixel night vision, and they all have the high-performing Qualcomm QCM6490 chipset. The G2 and the G2 Pro both have 8 GB of RAM, while the G2 Guardian comes with either 8 GB or 12 GB of RAM. Now everything else looks the same for all three models. They all have a 7000 mAh battery with 18 watt wired charging and 10 watt wireless charging. They all run on Android 12. They all have a 6.58 inch 120Hz display running at 1080 by 2408 resolution. They are all military standard 810H, as well as IP68, IP69K, and they all have a 108 megapixel main camera with 20 megapixel night vision and a 109 decibel speaker. Now the prices are $700 for the G2, $800 for the G2 Pro, and $900 for the G2 Guardian. So what are the differences and which one should you get? Okay, here's the bottom line. You should get the Conquest S23 if you need a louder speaker, a larger battery, faster charging, or if you need 5 extra gigabytes of virtual RAM, or if you would like to expand the internal storage up to 2 terabytes. Now you should get any of the 3 G2 models if you just want a better chipset or higher resolution display. And you should get the G2 Guardian if you want the super long range thermal imaging lens. And if you need to add a DMR walkie-talkie to your thermal imaging rugged phone, then you should get the Conquest S23. So what do you think? Would you buy the Conquest S23 or one of the AGM G2 models? Or would you just stick with your current thermal phone? Let me know in the comments below. Please do share this video if you have found it helpful, and then click here to watch another great rugged smartphone video, and I will see you there.